Making another video. Yeah, I've been sick, so if my voice sounds pretty weird, it's because, I'm sick. So this drawing isn't actually anything like cool or like anything like fan art related. It's actually more related to like my like comic book or whatever that I'm planning on making called 0 to 100, and this is why I'm making this video so I can get to talk about my story and what basically the plans that I have for it. Kind of, not really. I'm not gonna be going too deep into it because I want people to, to be like immersed, to have people engage and like, oh, what's gonna happen next, type shit. But my story basically surrounds this character who has zero like powers, basically, right? And the entire world around him is super like OP and like has like basically any reality bending fucking powers to like the most extreme like you can fucking think about it. Like a baby can destroy a fucking block if it honestly wanted to. Not that it could, but if it wanted to, it could, but you don't really want anything as a baby, you know. But basically, it's kind of like the story of like Robin, but like instead of like having him like be in the circus or whatever, it's just this regular guy who's just not interested in anything. And his struggle is that he's just not very happy with himself, and sometimes he wonders that even if he himself is enough to do what he wants to do, and I feel like that's something that everybody goes through, which is like you have a goal set in mind, and there be periods in time in your life where you're just like, damn, am I really like capable of doing that? Am I really capable? Is my idea really capable of, surpassing everybody else's idea and making it like super famous or whatever? How do you say it? And back to the story. It's like the story of Robin, basically. And like let's say the guy's throwing like hella projectiles or whatever. So basically my main character is genuinely scared all the time. Like genuinely scared for his life all the damn time. So that's why he uses his instinct and his body to just dodge things. He may not be a really good fighter, but he's a really good dodger. And when he like how do you say it? And when they throw projectiles at him, he dodges, he backflips, he cuts in between, he slides, all just to get to the main like character who's throwing all that shit and just punching him straight in the damn face. And it's not like no super punch, it's nothing like that. It's just a regular hard ass direct punch to the in face. You know what I mean? Like it's nothing anything. It might be like a little bit over dramatic, but that's just to give it sauce. That's just to give it some like, oh, like yo, let's fucking go, like ass moment. You know what I mean? And how do you say it? So I to imply my drawing and like how do you say it, how I want to see my comic book and stuff. I decided to draw this city just to like practice not just how do you say it, the world that my characters are gonna live in, but just to practice backgrounds in general because how do you say it? I want to start drawing backgrounds a little bit more. I probably won't start, but like maybe in my free time I'll start drawing more backgrounds and nothing but just backgrounds, But there's a lot of perspective going on with these backgrounds, so it's kind of challenging sometimes. Like even with this one, I don't think I nailed the perspective like as good as I could have. But sometimes you really for real just gotta work with what you got, you know even if the lines aren't straight. Also, if you're thinking that the buildings are like leaning forward and crooked like that because of the fisheye lens, no, the buildings are just naturally like that. Same thing with the sky. The sky and the clouds are like a big ass like swirl, and the sky is basically like yellow. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I've never really liked the blue sky kind of thing. Also, it's just kind of like my own world kind of thing. So the sky is basically like yellow, greenish, kind of, almost, not really. And the only reason why I put the strip thing right there is because I live in Vegas, so a lot of the city or whatever is going to be a little bit inspired by, the place where I grew up in. Almost, sort of, kind of, not really, but like I basically grew up here. Most of my life is spent in like fucking Vegas. Most of my life was spent in like Vegas. So you can see how some of that is correlated to the city that I'm drawing right now in the background. And how do you say it? And that's what I want to do. I want to add a lot of the things that I do, like in my personal day, in my personal life, and just add them to the story. Personally, I don't think what I do is cool, but when other characters do it, I sometimes find them to be like really cool, And honestly, this is going to be the end of the video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.